Aquarius, I am going to give you your year of 2023 reading. Um, so if for people that have never had a reading with me, I'm gonna try. Sorry, I got my dog here too. Um, Here's his foot. He's so big. So when I do a reading for people, personally, it's actually usually remote reading. Um, what I usually have is just their name. Um, and then essentially, I ask my guides to connect with their guides, and I get pictures and images, and I relay the story to the person I'm doing the reading for. And many times, like, I won't know what the pictures and messages mean, only the recipient of the message will. So I'm going to try and do the readings for the year like that for you guys because they're actually the most accurate way I do readings. So um, we're going to do this. So you can, of course, listen to your Aquarius placement if it's sun, moon, or rising, or if it's your progressed moon or progressed rising, like, or if you're just attracted to this video, it's yours. So yeah, I trust that the messages will always get to the right hands. So when I dropped into your energy, Aquarius, I um, just feel really exhausted. I feel like um, it- like over the last year, you've been stuck in a spot, like you've had no control over some of the blockages or the things that have just kept you from going forward. It's like you've been turning like a spinning wheel. I'm getting. Um, and I've got some pain up in my shoulders and my neck. So maybe literally you guys are, some of you guys are having pain in certain areas of your body lately. Um, I also have that you guys have been looking forward in your life about, well, I'm getting legend. So like things didn't work out in some areas as you would expected. But I am also getting legacy. So you guys are looking um, forward and really looking at what you want to grow or leave in your life. Now, be that from a career aspect for some people, but really legacy as in who you are as a person or to the collective or the effect that you have on people's lives. I'm getting. I also put on, I find that what I do before I'm actually going to a reading has a lot to do with the reading. And I actually put on my mom's bracelet for your reading. So I feel like there's little things that you guys keep around you that remind you. I'm getting that you guys have had actually faced a lot of death recently, like death of loved ones. Um, I'm literally getting a dead pet or a dog for at least one person out there. And that this has just really had an effect on you. These are unexpected circumstances that you couldn't control. And it really caused like a wrinkle in how you thought things would go forward. Um, so I'm sorry about that. I'm sending love to whoever that applies to. I also, since I got my big dog here, I also feel like you guys are really concentrating on surrounding yourselves in things that are comfortable, in things that bring you comfort, in things that can really nurture your soul at this time. I get the feeling that 2023 is going to be a new journey for you, that you've kind of been rattled enough in the last year, that you are thinking about. It's like all of the mundane things that used to be your worry from every day in the past has kind of fallen away. Um, it's like shit got real. So you're really concentrating on what really matters in life, and that's a beautiful thing. But I have found that people really start to care and focus on those things when really um, hard things happen in their lives. So I'm sending love, love to anybody that's going through that healing process right now. Okay. All right. And I feel like a lot of you have been looking back at different stages in your life. Maybe this could be like going through family albums or just going through different times in your life. And I feel like that's not all sad. I really feel like your heart's able to bloom over that and you're able to find some happiness and kind of savor the happy moments. I feel like you are really finding um, happiness and peace in serenity in the love and the situations that you did have. Um, and maybe some of you are going back to like over the holidays. I feel like I'm getting like your old home. So maybe some of you recently visited your own home or recently visited home. And that experience for you was a lot more nurturing and sacred than it was before. I also get that you guys are really, if you haven't started yet, you're going to be looking into some kind of like esoteric knowledge or like things that like you would just mundanely be into in the past. Like, well, maybe some of I'm being told that some of you are actually still really into football, which is fine. But I feel like you are differentiating like what is kind of like fantasy for entertainment. And I feel like you're some of you are really looking into more like philosophical or being drawn to some kind of deeper wisdom or knowledge. Now that could be like that could be literal schooling, which like is going to shape your destiny. Maybe some of you guys are being called in the upcoming year to going to school or taking some kind of there's definitely shifts going on for you guys. I feel like how your life has been up to this point has kind of been dominated by things outside of you or things around you or things that like stopped you from going in one path or stopped you from going in another. And I'm just being told that these things that you were stopped from going towards or these things that you felt you didn't win, you felt you didn't win certain things. On your own is to kind of streamline you into where you're going up into the future. Now I am getting like cups and like actually like kind of wine glass cups. So I feel like you guys are going to have a lot more celebrations in the next year. I feel like you haven't had many things haven't gotten back to quote unquote normal. You haven't been able to get together, even though most of the restrictions are lifted. I felt like it was other things on your journey that kept you from really getting together with your larger community or larger group of friends than before. I feel like you're going to be doing things like going out of the house more actually, like going to movies and just like socializing a little bit more. And I felt like it feels like you haven't done that for really a couple years. It feels like you're kind of in your own place. Now I do know that Aquariuses as an archetypal energy are kind of the most social like introverts ever. So I think they go into social settings, but then I'll be like the quiet one there. You guys will have to confirm with me if that's the case. But I feel like you guys are actually going, I just feel like an opening for you. Like you feel because the mundane and because the stuff that doesn't matter has fallen away, like you guys are actually feeling like you are able to express um your true self to more people and not really care, not in a way that tries to impress, because the Aquarius energy is super impressive anyway. You guys are really smart, um very smart, like weirdly like alien type of smart. Aquarius is just no things. Like um that's just my opinion. I love the Aquarius energy. um Yeah, I mostly what I'm getting is that you guys feel like you've been floating around, like one of those Macy's Day balloons. I'm actually being seen. So I don't know if you guys like some of you that are watching. I don't know. Maybe some of you really enjoy the Macy's Day Parade. But I feel like you've been cut off from like simple things that bring you joy out in the public, like certain traditions that you are used to doing. I feel like it's with family actually. Um, certain traditions with family, have changed drastically and you've been like cut off from that. But that's going to be coming back to you. If some of you guys are concerned about, like, I feel like there's a lot of either things breaking away from your life or seclusion or death of some kind in your lives. I feel like you guys are you're wondering about your destiny. You're wondering if this is, I'm literally getting, is this all for me? And I just want to tell you, it's not. I feel like your energy is in the beginning stages of this transformation. Um, that's what I got before your reading. It wasn't transformation, it was transmutation. So I was like, why is it transmutation? Um, I don't really know, but I just got truth chills. So instead of transformation, which I guess something, if it's transformation, I guess something would go from one form to another. It's kind of transmutation, which I guess would be more like an Aquarius energy, where it's actually one thing just kind of growing and mutating into a totally new thing. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be starting on something that maybe hasn't been done before, and only you guys can bring in. So maybe like something, um, like maybe you guys are starting. So you're gonna have to tell me like what is going on if you guys are or are getting, like, you would be getting a sight of this. You would be wondering about these subjects already. I feel like you guys are going to be taking some like classical knowledge or some classical like um forms of something and like really developing it and bringing it into yourself and bringing out a whole new form for the world. And that's amazing. And I'm being told that's your destiny. So that's a pretty big 2023 reading. Um, okay. And I'm getting that you guys are just literally getting these things in. That these have been ideas that would have just come up new. Now, probably, or possibly, I meant to say, not probably, possibly, you would have been interested in certain subjects before, but the real contemplation and the real looking into and the real studying these things would have just been recently. And it's like kind of something that excites you. Like I'm seeing a blown up heart. I'm seeing that heart that like lights up from this. So be it like herbalism or energetic work or like a new way to like build a building. I don't know. But it's just something that you're going to take in and absorb and then turn it out into something that the world hasn't seen before, like a whole new way, which is a very Aquarius thing to do. Okay. And let me see. What about is there anything else that it has to tell through the Aquariuses? I feel like you guys like all people in the last year have had a lot of tightness around the money, or you've really had to like watch your spending or like go down things with the details. But I feel like you guys have gotten more structured in that and either made some kind of structure and being shown like paper with little bullet tabs or something. So I don't know if you guys have been making like a budget or literally looking at the amount that you would need to make in order to do this, grow into your future. But I feel like the energy, like you also, because of everything going on, like all of the different situations, um, you feel like you haven't had the energy to put into what you want to grow. And I'm just showing that changing as well. I feel a lot of like, it's like, I'm seeing a circus, and like you're trying to like run the main event, but then there's all these different side like little circles or sideshows going on, and like they all need your help too for some reason. So I feel like you've had your hands in lots of baskets this year, and that these I feel you're good at that, but also that you felt that that's held back from like your actual progress. All right, anything else? Okay. So I'm just seeing like necklaces and like beautiful things. So I don't know if some of you are like thinking about beautifying something about your house or yourself or your but I feel like you guys deserve it. Like I'm seeing dust, and I'm just like seeing dust, and I feel like it's okay. Uh I feel like there might be like a question in your mind if it's okay to spend on things that are like just visual this year. And I'm being told that it's okay because it's going to help you feel better about you. And I don't feel like it's going to be like frivolous spending. I feel like it's going to be things that really make you feel like a necklace or a bracelet or something that like has a lot of meaning to you, or just makes your life more streamlined. So maybe that's new tech or new furniture for your home, or even a new car. Like I don't know, but I'm being told that like you guys would have thought this out, so it's okay to do whatever Venusy type splurging, because when things look good and they're streamlined, like you feel better. So anything else? So I'm getting like a pile of rocks. So I don't know if some of you guys are like connecting with mineral energies, or maybe you just like have rocks around your house like I do. Um, or you feel like you're just okay, we've already went past that you felt stuck. Um, you feel okay, then I'm getting literally getting the Charlie Brown thing, like I got a rock, but to me that would be like I got a rock. So I'm like, I don't know. Um, I feel like in a lot of situations, you guys have gotten the short end of the stick and not have and haven't been valued or seen for how great you are. But that's going to change as well. And I feel like you guys do that in a quiet way. You're like the show me state. Like you really don't like to talk about things before like they manifest. And I think that's like a really humble, beautiful energy to have. Okay, and I'm getting something about like cords twisted. So I feel like maybe some of you have had recently, or you've been in a conflict, or some kind of twisted lines of communication, perhaps no communication recently, and that'll be working itself out as well. I'm showing that unravel. So if it's unraveling to the point where you're not talking anymore, maybe some of you guys are separating from a situation that just doesn't work for you. Um, but I feel like you have options of how this disagreement will go. I feel like you have options of like you guys are the ones that could make it better or worse. Like it's literally your call on if it's peaceful and aligned with how you would want the world to be, or if it's messy and things get broken. So I feel like you are the steering wheel in the way, if things do need to leave your life, in the way those things leave your life as well. Now definitely I see you having stronger boundaries this year. I feel like you've had to set up stronger boundaries, and that you've got excuse me, and you've got that in place. And maybe that's because literally the chaos gets you ill, hence my cough, talking about boundaries. or literally like you have some kind of like compromise that you need to deal with as well, like some kind of health thing. Okay, so I'm being told that we need to talk about the relationships. Okay, so what do we have for the relationships? Okay, so I feel like up the beginning of the year, probably when I'm making this video, you guys are kind of going to be the star of the show. You're going to be seeing people like look at you like shiny. Whereas Venus, I'm just trying to think about, you know, I do astrology too. Venus, I think, just went into Aquarius. So yeah, you guys will be like beautiful right now, like heavenly, like you'll have a little sparkle. I always make a joke when Venus goes into one of my signs, like, look, there's people watch, people will just like smile at you and wave randomly. And I'm like, oh, they're being tricked by Venus. But no, you guys are lovely. I feel like because you're able to radiate kind of more of your true self and kind of let the weird Aquarius things out to more people, like people are attracted to that this year for you. And I feel like even if you have an established relationship, if that's felt hard, if you felt closed off from really getting deep in those relationships, you're gonna if you haven't decided to cut these out, if you haven't decided that this is a part of your boundaries that you need to kind of cut off and unravel, you're gonna it's like you're gonna be open to being more vulnerable. I feel like you guys don't ask for help when you need help, or you don't like it feel like to burden people. Although you guys are huge givers. So I don't know why you wouldn't not feel like asking for things when you need it. But I feel like that's going to open up, and you participating also in your own in things that make you happy, in things that make you comfortable, taking more time for you in this next year is also going to allow the places for you to really realign yourself. Like I'm being shown, look at my dog. Get when you get comfortable in a place, when you get comfortable and you nurture yourself, you know, you're able to show up the best for other people. And it's like you bloom and people just savor that. Like people savor you guys. Like you shine like a star. Like I'm literally being shown a star. Like when you savor yourself, when you do those things for yourself, when you have those strong boundaries and commit to only the things that are important for your legacy. I'm getting legacy again. It's all about legacy for the Aquariuses. You know, you literally shine, and it's funny because your tarot card is the star, and you're the water bearer. So yeah, you you just being yourself like feeds other people, but you got to have those boundaries. But sometimes I feel like you have too many boundaries, where you can't actually shine your skills and kind of shine how just crazy intelligent you guys are, and crazy like otherworldly, and crazy you know, deep, and being able to think about the cosmos and the ethers. And you guys probably remote viewing all the time. Like I don't know. Yeah. Okay, anything else? Okay, and I feel like things you guys are going to be able to identify if there's certain places in your life that there's too much control over. And I'm getting speedy. Why? What does that mean? Oh, okay. That you're going to release some control in places in order to get the job done in a more exponent. I feel like you guys are going to allow more people to do things for you. Allow other people into projects or situations, or even just like housework or relationship stuff, that's going to make things more flowing for you. And you might be perfectionist. You might find it easier to do something yourself than explaining it to another person. but that's maybe that's why I'm feeling so exhausted. Um, that's going to flow a little bit easier for you. Okay, so I'm getting that some of you might want me to talk about the astrology of the Aquariuses over 2023, so I can do that too. Um, so you have Saturn leaving your house, which would, and it's going into your second house, like either from your moon or your sun or your rising or your progress rising or your annual perfection. Like seriously, you got everyone's got Aquarius everywhere. This could be a reading for anyone, but it's specifically for whoever ends up showing up here. Um, so you have Saturn going into your second house, which means that you're gonna have some structure. Saturn is going to expect you to put some structure around what you do really value. Um, Probably some restrictions on um, your your funds, your money, but I feel like you've already been through that. I already talked about that in your reading, so I feel like you've already been tightening the reins. Um, and then you do have Pluto going through your house. Now, Pluto, a lot of people, you have Pluto coming into Aquarius this year. So a lot of people are afraid of Pluto. I have a very Pluto-y chart. I have it Pluto on my North Node, if you know what that means. And literally opposing my Sun and my Venus. So Pluto is and Pluto trines my Jupiter. Um, anyway, so I have a very Pluto-y chart, and I can tell you with Pluto, it's not really something to be afraid of. Pluto will take out what what needs to go, what's overgrown, what's already dead, and will clear the space for something new. Pluto also can make you feel shameful. So I would, my advice to you with Pluto going to your house is don't be ashamed of who you are. As long as you're expressing yourself in your truest light, like don't be afraid of what other people think. Don't be afraid of like how other people are going to view you. As long as it's aligned with who you are on a soul level, Pluto will always support that and reward that. You guys have the opportunity to do amazing things with Pluto going through your first house. And things will definitely transform for you as long as you don't, hold on to things that aren't right for you, or hold on to things past their time, or, be willing to let things go. Some people are afraid of death with Pluto, but I know a lot of people that haven't died that are Capricorns that have had Pluto just go through their house. So, um, yeah. So that's my take on Pluto. With Pluto, if you want to work with the energies of Pluto, um, Vedic astrology suggests that nurture plants, like get in with the earth, like make a compost. Um, Never cut down a tree, apparently. I don't cut down trees anyway, so that was never really an issue for me. But sit with the earth, um, see the beauty in decay. So don't only take pictures of like the flowers in their prime. See the beauty in every part of the process, and see beauty in every part of the process in your life. The only thing sure in this life is that we will get older and die. And I'm not freaking you out saying like Pluto is going to make you die, but also, Pluto's in your house for 20 years. People are going to die. How many people have you known that have passed away in the last 20 years? Like just people's age would let you know, kind of like a heads up. Like I have two grandmas like in their essentially 90s, like my grandmas are going to pass away. But I can also tell you that the people that pass away never leave you, because that's what I do when I'm not on here, is I get messages for people in that way. So Pluto, transformation, power struggles, death and rebirth. So Aquarius, in 20 years from now, you're going to look back on your life and it's going to be totally different, but it's also going to be totally amazing. And not like you could have ever imagined. So considering you're thinking about how things have gone in your life and thinking about legacy right now, and destiny, this is actually a really powerful time to have Pluto coming in to your house, because Pluto is all about rebirth and being able to go to your best self, like to the best height of all your gifts, and achieve everything that you want to achieve. So I actually feel really good. It feels like a good energy for you guys. You'll have a little taste of that between May and June of this year. So whatever happens in May or June, will usually give you a little clue. Now it could just be something that you like randomly interested in, or someone that you randomly meet, or something like that, but you'll get a little clue of it during that time period, and then it'll come for the rest of the time in 2024. So okay, anything else for Aquarius, please? All right, and I'm just kidding that like some of you already felt like from my description of Pluto, some of you already felt like you've been through this process. So you're like, oh my God, again. No. You guys just went through Saturn and the taskmaster. Saturn in your 12th house and then Saturn in your first house. So that was like 4.5 years of just doing the motions, doing the boring things that Saturn makes you do, like him slapping you a little if you're not, if you're off the beaten trail. Oh, Saturn. I love Saturn. I have Saturn in my 12th house every day, every day, because Saturn's just in my 12th house. So you guys have felt secluded. You're going to be not secluded anymore. Okay, and I do feel like I'm just getting something about being Zen. So I do feel like you guys have some of you guys in this year are going to get a lot more, like you've already done the work, I'm hearing, so you do know how to calm yourself. I feel like some of you guys have looked into perhaps natural healing or natural vitamins, or like eating maybe Ayurvedically. I eat Ayurvedically, and I feel like that's gonna open up for you this year as well. I feel like you guys, so I'm just like seeing a library of knowledge for you, and you're just really going to be streamlining and kind of things are going to come into focus for what you need specifically, or what your path is. Like I feel like there might be a lot of things that you guys are kind of like kicking around or feeling about, but I'm just getting that like you're going to be led, you're going to feel it's going to open up, it's just going to resonate with you. It's going to be like it's going to resonate like it was knowledge you knew before, or something that you just instantly get. And it's going to literally transform your life. Like that's amazing. I've never had like a reading where I'm like, oh, these guys have like a library of knowledge. And it's not like a new library. It's like all these old books. So I don't know if you guys are like, that's what I said about you, that like, I feel like you're getting into some kind of knowledge that's been built on, but then you're going to make it uniquely yours. Okay. All right. And I feel like some of you in 2023 are going to welcome new people into your family. So I don't know if that means by pregnancy or adoption or just pets, but I feel like that person, or maybe a relationship you're thinking about moving into, but I feel like that's going to be a real gift. Like I'm being shown like this little time, this person looking down at like a little person, and it's going to be a gift. Like it's going to be a gift. It's going to be an asset. It's going to be a glow up. Like I think that considering you guys are so exhausted, you might not know if you're ready for this, or you might not know if you're willing to add something else in. But I do feel like for whoever that resonates with, it's going to be a gift. It's going to bring a light into your house, or into your family relationships that you haven't seen before. So if you're feeling trepidatious about that, that should open up for you. Anything else? I'm not getting anything else. I just feel like this year is going to be calmer. Like overall, I feel like there was a lot of like it's like stuck and then move, but not in the right direction, or stuck and then move or shift, or having to go over something, or getting rid of, like I feel like it was a real like shifty energy, if that makes any sense to you, and energies you didn't have control over, like literally other people moving pieces in and around your life that you didn't have any control over. But 2023 feels smooth to me. If you keep those boundaries in place, if you keep your journey, and don't get involved in all the side rings that go on often in your life. Okay. And I think that is it, Aquarius. So thank you so much for allowing me to do your reading. And I should pull you a card. Some people like cards. I'm just like talking here. I'm gonna just pull you a card, just to see if there's a card I could pull for you. And mainly because I'm gonna want it to be like the thumbnail for your I'm gonna want it to be the thumbnail for your, yeah, that's good. Okay. Ah! So on the split, look at what we get. We got transformation, but like I said, it's transmutation, and this is a butterfly lady. So I feel like yeah, it's like the chrysalis. So you've been cooking in like a chrysalis. Oh, now even my hair has got tingles. You've been cooking in a chrysalis for this time, just like I said in the reading. And you're not transforming, you're transmutating. That's what it means. It's like melting totally and then becoming something else. Okay, I'm so glad I grabbed the cards. And what do we have? Activation. Yes. I always like to show the pictures because I'm a visual person, and you guys might get something out of the pictures that I am not describing to you. My nails are probably not done. Sorry about that. So what does that even say? Oh, spirit guardian of spring. So I feel like something must be coming in the spring for you. And that's when okay, yeah, that makes sense, because that's when all of the planetary energies are kind of moving. Oh, that's so butterfly spirit. Also, for people that have passed over, I'm getting dragonfly spirit too. For people that have passed over, usually they show up in a way. People usually have little totems that mean things for their certain family members. So I feel like if you guys are the Aquariuses that have had some death in, you would be noticing those totems come in. And even though I'm able to get like actual sentences and pictures, like from my parents and from other people's loved ones, I have found as well that I'll get totems as well. And then sometimes I actually don't know what the totems, the animals will just be acting really, really weird. So then I'll have to look them up, and it's always right. So I'm just confirming to you guys your little totem spirits of loved ones as well. Okay, and I'm just being told the bottom card here. Okay. Wise woman of the grove, grace. Yeah, so I feel like you guys are yeah, just like channeling some kind of wisdom. If you see it, if there's light coming from her heart chakra. Um, but I feel like you guys don't, like I said, you guys don't brag about your knowledge. Like it's just, and I feel like that's why when you're humble as an energy, you know, that's when things can, that's when the channel is open. So things can come through for you. So I feel like you guys are really gonna, now it's my general mundane opinion that Aquariuses channel things all the time and they just don't know it. And they think they're so smart, but it's some kind of weird alien knowledge. I actually don't know if that's the case. That's just like a funny thing about Aquariuses I have, because I love Aquariuses. But also, you guys probably do channel stuff. But also you guys have like a humble grace about you, and considering how intelligent you are. Um, so that's a beautiful thing as well. Okay, Aquariuses, now we're done. Thank you for allowing me to read for you for 2023. And it sounds like it's going to be that you guys are going to be able to be stable despite the things going on in the world around you. And it was an honor to read for you. If you would like a personal reading from me, you know, you can go to nerdstempath.com, or you can go there and sign up for my mailing list, and then you'll be notified when I go live on here. Or you can go and hang out with me on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, where I hardly ever post, but you might see me sometimes. So thank you, Aquarius, for allowing me to read your energies. And I love you. And it's going to be a better year, I promise. Bye.